Are you an American?
Don't I look like one? Don't I sound like one?
Are you proud to be an American?
Of course, of course.
Are you an American?
Yes.
Are you proud to be an American?
Yes.
What is an American?
An American that loves their flag.
That's a patriotic American.
Yeah, but in a way.
Yeah. Well, what's just a regular American?
An American that hangs around.
Hangs around? How's an American different from an Italian or a Canadian?
They just sit around. We're party.
Your party? You party. Americans party.
Yeah.
You're an American?
Yes.
Are you proud to be an American?
Yes.
What is the 4th of July about?
Fireworks and Independence Day.
Yeah, what does that mean? Independence Day. Independent from what?
That. I don't really know. When all the government, Benjamin Franklin, they all got together and they signed the peace treaty.
With whom?
With Abraham Lincoln.
And what did that make in the end?
That made independence for the slaves.
In what way does an American enjoy a way of life that other countries do not have? Our people have certain characteristics that built this country to its modern, pleasant way of living, with its unusual opportunities for good jobs, education, and individual freedom. In the United States, individual ability is recognized. Bill has been with the firm many years. He started at the bottom and worked up to his present position. Bill and his men are a good illustration of how work is done in America. The difference in the attitude of men in a free country and one controlled by a dictatorship.
I can do whatever I want to do as long as it don't harm anybody else. This is America. You can drink margaritas here, party. You know what I mean? You could be an astronaut, or you can be, a millionaire, or you can be a drug dealer.
From what I understand, because I've never traveled abroad, you can't do half the things, you can't say half the things you want.
That's right, man. I wouldn't go live in Russia. I love it here. I love my freedom. Nah, this is the place. Why do you think this is a melting pot? Because everybody comes here.
Workmen in foreign countries do not go to their jobs in cars, nor do they have such luxuries as electric stoves, washing machines, and television sets. We take these luxuries for granted. But more important, he started at the bottom and worked up to his present position. The same would be true of a group of harbor workers. As they wend their way home at night, they will say what they think with no fear of interference.
Let us barbecue these guys, especially the ones that rape. Barbecue them, I don't care. I'll pay 10% on my taxes instead of 8% just to barbecue them, waste electricity. I don't care. But let's kill them, let's get rid of them. And cop killers too.
And I fought for that flag that they said they want to burn. And I don't go for that one damn bit.
I think we have to have some macho elements.
Even small American boys love mechanical toys. They like to find out what makes them run. Parents encourage this interest, and it's no wonder that we are a nation highly trained in mechanical skills. Paul tries again and again to make his truck run on the board. He is a small boy to be trying so hard, a typical American boy.
Let's take a walk up to Fifth Avenue. I'll show you up Fifth Avenue what it looks like from the morning and what it'll look like at night.
But it's 20 to 6 already.
Yeah, well, to them it's morning. You gotta wait till 20 to 8. There's not a firework display in sight. But don't let the quietness fool you, because the fox is always quiet before it catches its prey.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Esplanade.
Yes,
Welcome to Boston. It's July 4th.
Cradle of Liberty.
The weather's
Boston.
pretty.
Happy birthday, America. America's 213 today.
Yep.
Really? Yes. Let's have a social to America.
To America. To America.
213.
Cheers.
What do you feel is shared from one American in one state to another state?
Very little, but I mean very kind of nebulous things. Like in other countries, you could share your race and you can share your language and your culture, but in the United States, you only share, you know, kind of ideals, you know, freedom and justice and things like that. And that's why, you know, America has taken so long to kind of formulate its own culture and its own, you know, its own literature, its own art, because we don't draw on things that other nations can draw on. We draw on idealistic things.
Last year on the 4th of July, I woke up, I was kind of horrified at the news that we had shot down that Iranian that airliner.
Yes, that was a mistake. You know what I mean? And things happen like that when you have to deal with hostile nations that, you know, mistake. They attacked us, they, you know, they shot our ship, right? So it was just a military mistake. I felt bad, horrible too, but you know.
It was just kind of sad that it had to fall on
we ain't
4th
supposed
of
to do
July.
that. We're protecting our own, you know, and some things, that's what happens in them situations, you know what I mean? You know, I feel sorry. I'm sorry that all the people died. But you didn't think about the Iranians did. They sent them kids. They knew what they were doing. They sent them wives and them kids up there, and them women and them kids. Iranians did that, you know what I mean? And they made them look like a military, you know what I mean?
So they were more like decoys, kind of
Iranians
decoys.
gave up their people to be shot to make America look bad. That's what I believe.
Hey, Jerry. Come on. This is your life. So how do you deal with the 4th of July? Do you like it or... I mean, as far as, what do you like better, the color or the noise?
Color.
The color of what?
The color of the fireworks or the noise that they make?
I never thought of it as a color.
Yeah, well, you gotta think of everything.
I think it's more symbolic.
What's the best thing about America?
The best thing about America is that you're free.
Freedom? What does it mean? Why, freedom is a lot of things. It's individual opportunity, the right of private ownership.
It's more than that. It's freedom of speech. People can live without fear. A man has the right to work where he wants to, with incentive.
Yes, they will tease and joke, but he started at the bottom and worked up to his present position.
The American way eliminates master and slave, and we who have no master better serve the world.
Many of us Americans have gotten to become street people. The freedom exists even for them to be what they can't be anything but. I think a lot more should be done for street people, but where does that money come from? I don't know.
What are the freedoms that you have that really, that make it, you know, make this the place that you want to live?
Freedom to do whatever I want to do, like to go out and pursue an education or a job or to travel. I have that right to leave my country when I want to come back, to go to another state, to settle wherever I want to, and to be whatever I want to be.
You can do anything you want in this country. I went to business for myself, made a lot of money. That's freedom. Other places you can't do it. They got you, like say, for an expression, Russia. You can't go and do what you want out there. You have to do what they tell you to do, right?
From the time American children are very small, they are taught that
Foreign isms are like germs. They can't attack a healthy body.
Germs have trouble living in clean places. We can be attacked in spite of our excellent defenses. Enemy agents could contaminate the city water supply. Specially designed germ-carrying bombs could be dropped.
But something that is very unusual in other countries is happening in the church courtyard. Men are discussing politics and saying what they think. We are indeed fortunate not to be controlled by the state every minute of our lives.
I'll take anything, take a gun, the truth. Anything you want. Look at the dumb cop. Just put the gun on the table.
Nice. What are those called?
Jumping jacks. They sell firecrackers by the mat anywhere from $7 to $10, and that's where the fun begins.
Say something nice. Happy 4th of July.
Say something not nice. That's all right. Let's see what you got. Don't worry. Are you an American?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are you
Born and
proud?
raised in Manhattan, Central Park West Hospital.
Proud to be an American?
Oh yeah.
What-
Best country in the world.
Yeah. How come?
Why? Where else can you speak out openly? Where else can you say what you want to say? I mean, I'm not saying that everything is done on the up and up and everything is right, but I mean, you know, you can't live any other place. When I was in the service, I did some traveling. Restrictions are too much. The only thing is I agree that, you know, some of the laws should be changed. There's so many people are getting away with so many things. But on the 4th of July, you don't think of those things. You just think to be happy. I mean, it's supposed to be the day we celebrate our independence, so that's the important thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all sing our national anthem.
Be prepared to die.
We got an M80 and a block brush. Now these I will not sell to kids. Okay, because this basically is a quarter stick of dynamite.
We are one people. Quite unintentionally, but on an enormous scale, an experiment of sorts was made.
A people welded from many nations and races. Most of our people were of British origin. But there were also
a large number of West Africans forcibly uprooted from their own culture and set down 3,000 miles away in a totally different culture.
Into the man-made canyons of Manhattan they poured. They joined the steel of these towers. They carved subways beneath these avenues. In what manner do they differ from you or your neighbor? Where in all my land is the law forbidding the free enterprise of the man who seeks to better his lot by working harder, selling cheaper, or improving the product of his trade or industry?
Have this practical little thing here, you put it in and you don't have to hold it.
Great.
Then I put the clicker on and loosen this, and then the fish can, when it's a clicking sound, means it's a fish. There was a program by Bill Moyer last night. It was done in '85, about 35 million people that were on the poverty level, that if they went to work, they would make less than if they were on welfare. Also, if they went to work and they had a husband and children, then they would lose food stamps, Medi-Cal, Medicare, etc., etc. The people that were helping them try to make it said they're better off not working, and there's something wrong in the system where the people that have made the laws have made them so that some people are better off not working.
The eyes of the world are on the United States of America today. We, as a nation, must exhibit to the world the proud fact that a government founded on the priceless liberties guaranteed by our Constitution, which came into being...
You can't say this in Baghdad, can you?
...is still a splendid example for all other nations to follow.
Feel they're better than other people during the 4th of July, other countries?
I think they think not only on the 4th of July do they think that they're better, but all days of the year they think they're more sophisticated. They've got better technology. They've got better toilet paper. They've got makeup. I mean, they got TV.
That means they're better people?
Yeah, according to some. I mean, they're better than Russians because they've got 20 different colors of nail polish.
Do you think if we got rid of 4th of July, it would help improve our relations with the rest of the world?
No, not necessarily. No, because I think we think we're better at all times, not just at the 4th of July. It's a general American thing.
So what are the most important problems in your mind right now?
I was finishing school, getting a good education and a good job.
What kind of a job?
I don't know. I was gonna be I want to be with a telephone company like 9X or electrician or something like that.
And when you're 30, what would you like to be? How would you like to be living?
Free,
Where?
I don't know, nice house, wherever, just as long as I have a nice background.
But that is a problem, the drugs and stuff with other countries and the deficit that we're in. That puts a damper on it, but we're strong. We'll bounce back.
The great blessing of our birthright is that in this troubled world, there is still a bright spot where borders never change, where peace reigns supreme. The United States of America has become a nation second to none in wealth and influence, in greatness and in power.
What can you do in your daily life to become a person good for America?
Listen to scare talk, rumors, or myths. Be careful what you eat and drink.
Quarrel over the potato chips. Go to the police for help. Be interested in what other people are doing.
Study the language and history of America.
You learn about American history in school?
Yeah, a lot. I failed it, but...
As we grow and see all that is so wonderful in our land, we may well remember.
He started at the bottom and worked and worked and...
What do they expect me to do about it? With the basic concept established, the design must now undergo an intensive period of improvement, refinement, changes, and revisions. Emerging at last as the culmination of ideas developed in many minds through many months.
So do you have any special feelings about 4th of July?
Well, just besides a barbecue, stand back, son. He's trying to creep in on me. Just before a barbecue, it's to me, it's a little more meaningful thing than just coming out, jogging around, or having a barbecue, or whatever. I think it's a blessing thing, more or less, than just a celebration. A lot of people don't understand what this day is all about. They think it's basically barbecue day and not working and
a big party.
Yeah, precisely, big party, but it's not. I think it's if they go to libraries and read a little bit, I think they'll find out a lot.
Have you got a textbook?
Yes, ma'am.
Does it say here that our law courts are always just?
Yes, ma'am.
Then how dare you question the fact? Sit down.
And so we aren't surprised when...
But it must be true. I saw it in this book right here.
And if books and newspapers and the radio are efficiently controlled, the people will read and accept exactly what the few in control want them to. Government censorship is one form of control. It is also possible for newspapers and other forms of communication to be controlled by private interests.
I thought I told you to kill that story. It'll cost us a lot of advertising.
If that story goes out, I quit.
All right.
What sort of community do you live in? Where would you place it on a democracy-despotism scale? To find out, you can rate it on a respect scale and a power scale. to find out what way it is likely to go in the future, you can rate it on economic distribution and information scales. The lower your community rates on economic distribution and information scales, the lower it is likely to rate on respect and power scales, and thus to approach despotism. What happens in a single community is the problem of its own citizens. But it is also the problem of us all, because as communities go, so goes the nation.